Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the London Corbin Airport has been down a helicopter since the May 16th tornado until now. And a ribbon cutting on Friday was met with enthusiasm after Wayne County officials purchased 3 new ambulances to serve the area.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Monday, June 23rd. It's 6:29 this morning, and it's time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall. Megan, it is a hot one today, even hot as you leave your house this morning. So wear those shorts, wear those tank tops.
Yeah, and you might need to crank that AC up this morning. I know I did, because we're going to have a hot day all day long, and honestly a hot week all week long. So let's break into that forecast for you this morning. As you're heading out the door, you can expect some dense patches of fog throughout the region, but for most places we're looking relatively clear. And then as we look at satellite and radar, take a look at those nice and clear skies. No chance for rain this morning, only a very slight chance of a pop-up system as you head into the afternoon hours. But for the most part, you can consider today nice and mostly sunny, with temperatures this morning in the 70s and temperatures this afternoon in the low to mid 90s, with feels like temperatures even hotter with those humid conditions. Amelia.
One person is dead after an ATV crash Thursday night. Officials say it happened at the Leatherwood Off-Road Park in Perry County. The sheriff says a woman was killed when an ATV overturned on her on the trails. The coroner says the victim is 67-year-old Melanie Lynn Ingram. A woman was arrested for reportedly endangering a child. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says this arrest happened near London when deputies were performing a traffic safety check on Misty Collins' vehicle. They say an infant was in the car without a child restraint device. Collins was charged with endangering the welfare of a minor, registration violations, and more. She's being held in the Laurel County Correctional Center. A man was arrested after a traffic stop in Laurel County Wednesday. It happened on Kentucky 192 in London after deputies say they saw a red Chevy weaving on the road. Officials say they smelled alcohol in the vehicle while they conducted that traffic stop. Officials say the driver, 84-year-old Arthur Minyard, was driving under the influence. He was charged and is now being held at the Laurel County Correctional Center. Corbin police are asking for your help identifying a man. If you take a look at your screen, you can see footage of that man right now. Police say he's wanted for questioning in connection to 2 separate thefts at a local business. If you recognize him or have any info, you're asked to call the Corbin Police Department at 606-528-1122, or you can use their anonymous text tip line at 606-215-6239. All those tips confidential. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office is asking for help finding some missing 4-wheelers. Officials say the vehicles were taken near London on Witt Road. They're offering a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest and the recovery of the stolen 4-wheelers. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. Family and friends are grieving after a mother and her 9-year-old son died in a crash in Mingo County, West Virginia. It happened Tuesday night on Route 49. Abby Lord spoke with a friend of the family who says Kiana and Kingston Norman were best friends.
They were best friends.
The Williamson community is left mourning one of their own after deputies say a mother and her 9-year-old son died from a crash in Mingo County around 6:30 Tuesday evening. Baby T. Sexton, who is a friend of the family, says she is heartbroken.
It was devastating to hear. I mean, it really was. Because, you know, no matter what we go through in this town, at the end of the day, when our community hurts, we all hurt.
Mingo County Chief Field Deputy Alan Mount says 24-year-old Kiana Norman was driving along Route 49 when the vehicle went off the roadway, went over an embankment, and rolled down a hill, landing on nearby railroad tracks in the community of Rawl. Sexton says the pair was a joy to be around, always there for you, and had a heart of gold.
He lit up the room. He was, you know, just had the biggest heart. She was a loving mother. I mean, she was a go-getter. I mean, for real, she was one of a kind. I mean, she didn't take nothing. And, you know, a lot of people respected her. She loved her son more than anything. And he loved his mama. He loved his mama.
Deputies say the vehicle and victims were not discovered until Wednesday morning by a railroad detective. Deputies say that the two were not wearing seatbelts.
Anytime you find something like that, it's always devastating, especially with a child being involved. It is really devastating.
Sexton says Kiana and Kingston didn't just touch her heart, but the community's, as their legacy will live on in every person they touched.
We're not promised tomorrow, so be thankful for what you have. Go show love today.
Abby Lohr, WSAZ, Mingo County.
Our sister station spoke with the family, who says the pair loved to go to the lake whenever they could and spend the summer in the family's pool. Community members are rallying to support the family. We have more details on our website, WYMT.com. A new medical helicopter is at the London Corbin Airport, the previous one destroyed by the May 16th tornado. This new helicopter is named Dorothy, and it's being put to use by Air Evac Life Team 179. Christopher Whaley is a medic for the team. He says they're back in service after 28 days.
They brought us a new helicopter from Oklahoma and brought that in here, and it took us about 28 days to start up again and get everything back in service.
Whaley says he's excited to be back serving his community. The London Corbin Airport is issuing a reminder to people impacted by last month's tornado. They say renters are also eligible for FEMA disaster housing assistance. If the rental is unlivable due to storm damage, you could qualify for temporary housing, rental assistance, or other help. Kentucky Emergency Management is providing temporary housing. Officials also say it's the landlord's responsibility to make structural repairs to damaged buildings, not the renters. Folks living in Wayne County, West Virginia will soon have a reliable round-the-clock ambulance service. Our sister station found that families were left waiting for no ambulance available during emergency situations. This investigation led county leaders to purchase new ambulances and put an excess levy on the ballot that voters approved. A ribbon cutting on Friday was met with enthusiasm as officials throughout the county gathered in front of 3 new ambulances and ushered in the start of a new around-the-clock countywide ambulance service.
When they dial 911, an ambulance is going to arrive. It's going to be properly equipped. It's going to be staffed with very highly qualified personnel. Lives are going to be saved.
I'm very excited to get these things on the road and get going. JanCare has done a fantastic job for us filling the gap.
Ambulances will be at temporary stations located in Pritchard Industrial Park and N&W Railroad in Genoa. Appalachian Regional Healthcare cut the ribbon Friday morning on its new mobile clinic. What started as an idea after severe flooding hit much of ARH's coverage area in July 22 is now a reality. Everything from wellness visits to acute care can be done inside this mobile clinic. Leaders say it'll improve access to care in the most rural parts of the Commonwealth at an affordable cost.
Transportation is a big issue for the communities we serve, and we can use this to take it out into those communities and provide care.
Somebody is going to get a vaccine in here that's going to save their life. Somebody is going to be diagnosed with a condition that can be treated early on, and they can live a happy, healthy life that otherwise wouldn't have been able to.
ARH says the clinic will be stationed in Floyd County. It'll serve Bell, Floyd, Harlan, Johnson, Knox, Leslie, Letcher, Morgan, Perry, and Pike counties. School employees in Harlan County are getting a pay raise for the upcoming school year. The district approved a 4% increase, part of a 17% boost over the last 5 years. Finance Director Jody Gillum says teamwork between the board, superintendent, and finance office, along with higher state funding per student, made these raises possible.
The state has, the guaranteed base has went from $3,981 in 2016-17 to $4,586 in 25-26. So all of those increases with our base SEEK, we've always tried to use it for raises in the last few years instead of doing other things with the money.
He says the reaction from staff has been positive and better pay could help combat Kentucky's teacher shortage. Buckhorn Children and Family Services was recently awarded a major grant to provide equine job training and therapeutic services for recovering drug addicts. New CEO Joy Delsey says she believes it's one thing that sets their program apart.
I think the farm is a really, really amazing opportunity to be able to be responsible for another living creature, so to speak, but where we start to look at that responsibility and what that means, as well as there's always something about an animal, especially a horse, they're kind of mirrors to your soul. So just by out there grooming, picking its feet, just brushing it, just petting on it, spending time with it, I promise there's going to be a lot of self-reflection going on during that time.
Buckhorn Children and Family Service focus on 5 key programs from addiction recovery to foster care and adoption. You can learn more about what they offer tonight at 7 on Issues and Answers. A Harlan County native is up for a major award. Executive Director of Visit Harlan County Tourist and Convention Commission, Brandon Pennington, is a finalist for the Kentucky Chamber's Young Professional of the Year Award. According to the Kentucky Chamber, nominees are making an impact on their community. Pennington says being nominated for this award means a lot to him.
Growing up, especially in the heart of Appalachia, you face a host of stereotypes. And to be considered for an award that is on such a high platform across the Commonwealth, it is just truly an honor, something that I never would have considered that I would be eligible for anyways.
Folks can vote for who they would like to win as the Professional of the Year on the Kentucky Chamber social media pages by interacting with posts. Voting will go through July 1st.
Temperatures are warming up today, starting off in the 70s and then the 90s this afternoon, mainly looking at the low to mid 90s. Coolest temperatures, 88 degrees for Wise. Warmest temperatures will be as you're inching closer and closer to our West Virginia counties. Feels like temperatures will be in the upper 90s, and some places could have feels like temperatures in the low triple digits. Here's a look at satellite and radar this morning, nice and clear, and that's the trend we'll continue to see today, with a very slight chance of a pop-up shower for our southern counties. And as we go into the next couple hours, here's what you need to know. Temperatures in the 70s this morning with those clear skies, sunny skies as you head off to lunch, and by the time you're heading off to dinner, well, we'll be looking in the low 90 with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Amelia.
Thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:41.